Yo, what's good? It's your boy Sabo, All Day FBA, and I'm going to show you guys the new way of selling on Amazon in 2025 that couples freelance brand scaling, TikTok shop, drop shipping, high ticket sales, AI automation in the standard way that you guys know of how to sell on Amazon, right? And if you're in the online business space, you've seen all these different types of business models flowing around. Everybody's saying that you can make, 10K running Facebook ads, TikTok shops blowing up, drop shipping's been around for years. Everybody's raving over high ticket sales. AI is going crazy in the big 2025, and Amazon's been around forever, and it's going to continue growing to a multi-trillion-dollar, who knows, industry, right? So many different options to pick and so many different business models to do in 2025. A lot of people get stuck and they don't know where to go, where to start, how to do any of them. You end up in a rabbit hole of all of these, maybe even more that I probably forgot to mention here. But I chose Amazon back in the day, and since then I've done multi seven figures selling on Amazon, and I teach people how to sell on Amazon all the time. However, there was something that over the years I realized that each and every single one of these business models, none of these are perfect, right? There's never going to be the perfect business model. However, you can take aspects of each and every single one of these and couple in and basically create an entire ecosystem. And that's exactly what I did. And that's what I'm going to show you guys right here. And this is called growth arbitrage. So essentially we're taking drop shipping, SMMA, which is just social media marketing, running ads for brands, getting them more traffic, high ticket sales, and AI, and also Amazon, all these digital business models and strategies, and we're taking the growth arbitrage system and we're basically creating a brandless. You don't have to create your own personal brand. You don't need traffic of your own. You don't even need capital of your own to really get this started. You integrate all these and you have a unified business strategy that is scalable, diversible income streams, and you can go to any and every business and provide your skills and get paid for them. So instead of starting from scratch, which involves time, resources, money, a strategy, store, a product, you need people, employees, right? You just partner with established brands and businesses. You leverage their recognition and their expertise to expedite sales and growth for not only their company, but also your company, right? So how we do this is we first find brands. I'm going to show you a couple of different methods of how we find brands, different tools, businesses. This applies to not only e-commerce brands, you can also take these skills and apply them to service-based businesses as well. So now you're able to work with pretty much any and everyone. So you first identify their growth gaps, right? If they're on Amazon, they're probably going to have shitty product pictures, shitty descriptions. Maybe their website off of Amazon looks garbage. Maybe they don't have a website at all. Maybe they're not running ads. There's so many different areas of growth for a lot of these brands, right? So you need to be able to first know how to identify brands and businesses that need your expertise and find areas of improvement. Then you're going to get in contact with them, possibly hop on a Zoom call, Google Meet, in person, email, phone call, whatever you have to do. And you're going to try and install a growth engine into their system, right? Using tools like Facebook ads. You're going to make their funnels better. So their website, their email, their SMS, as many different channels as you can to basically create an omnipresence for this brand, because the more traffic that they can get, the more customers that they can get, the more conversions and the more sales, and you get paid a percentage of that. And not only do you do this, but when you're an Amazon seller as well, you're basically like a direct partner. So those letters of authorization, those pesky ungates that you always have to deal with, you don't have to deal with them anymore because you're a direct growth partner for this brand. You have full authorization, and I'll show you an example of my students here in my Discord. So right here, this is one of my Discord students. His name is Mac, and you can see this is he just copied and pasted an email that a brand sent to me where they said they can provide direct letters of authorization and direct support for Amazon communications, and this includes map enforcement. If any issues arise with unauthorized sellers or counterfeit products, we will provide the necessary documentation to verify authenticity on Amazon, helping ensure our brand's integrity on the platform. So they are literally saying that we will provide any and everything that you need to sell on Amazon. And when you're partnering with them and you add all these different areas of value into this brand, now you can leverage yourself as more than just an Amazon seller, or you can leverage yourself as more than just some dude who just wants to make a couple bucks, right? you charge a premium price for this service. There's a bunch of different pricing models out there. When you really start getting leverage, you create your personal brand, maybe you have like a business page or an agency page or something like that, you can really start charging high ticket. I'm talking $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for these systems, especially when you're targeting brands who are doing multi 6 figures per month. 10K for a setup to give them an extra 100K per month in revenue is 100% worth it, right? So now you're profitable through not only being able to sell their products, but you can add multiple layers of value to these brands. And now you can get a profit share, a rev share, all through these brands. You get paid up front, you get a rev share on the back end. They're already doing numbers, say off of Amazon or on Amazon. You just bring them on Amazon. You help them get more sales, better descriptions, better product pictures, better ads, better website, whatever you need to do. And this is the growth arbitrage strategy. You don't have any friction because you have direct authorization to work with these brands, and we already target brands who are doing numbers on Amazon already. So right here is an example of a brand that's doing pretty decent on Amazon. This product, for example, has 354 reviews, and we can sell it for $22.25. If we can scroll down to the keeper chart, not too bad. We can see third-party sellers on this listing, and price has been going down a little bit as offer count's gone up, but overall, right, looks like a pretty average, decent product. If we click the Google button and we try and look for it, this size is, what size is this? It's a 1.4 ounce. So we want the 1.4 ounce. We can get this for $13.49. So this one is going to be very close to profitable, not quite, right? We're making like $1 profit. Not the best product. However, I know there are other profitable products for this brand. So this product right here, it's getting sales, it's getting traction. It only has one picture. This brand has this product has no description, and it's been around for over 3,000 days. And it's been getting plenty of traction, has decent lifetime reviews. Overall, this is like an okay product. We know we can sell on Amazon if we were even to give this for like 10 bucks, right? So here's just one example. If we go over to keepa.com, we click the data product finder, we scroll down to where it says brand. Right here is one of brand, and we type in Penzies, which is the brand I can't spell. We can see that they have 1,190 products total live on Amazon right now. We click find products, it's gonna load, and we can see here it's gonna populate all of the different products that they have onto Amazon, the most popular selling right now to the least popular. Now, if you know anything about Amazon, I'm not gonna go too in depth about sales ranks and everything right now, but just know that the closer this number is to the number one, that the better it is. So you can see 36K, 41K. These are all decent for grocery until we start getting to here, like anything past like 50, 60, 70K, right? These are all pretty bad, but they have tons and tons and tons of products onto Amazon, and all of these have terrible sales ranks, right? If we click into this, for example, just a random product right here, this one still has 80 lifetime reviews, so it has sold before, but it's 143K BSR. Why? Product picture is terrible. The details and ingredients, it's just like there's not really much here to work with for the consumer. You have to kind of already know the brand. Description, it's all right. But overall, like, this could just be so much more improved. And even still, people are reviewing it even recently. So we know that it's getting sales. This is something right here that we can easily come in and improve ourselves. And not only that, but we can easily just go to the brand. And how you would do this if you wanted to do brand direct wholesale for Amazon is you would go to the contact section. We can see like they have their contact and a bunch of company information here. But even just going to the website, right? Their website doesn't look that good, right? It looks pretty dog shit, I can't lie. So copyright 2014. So even just improving the website for the brand that you already want to buy, you can get paid for that and get a little bit of a retainer, or rev share, how much revenue is brought extra to the website, maybe 5%, something like that. So adding these little points of value, right, just want another way to make money on Amazon. Now if we go to what's called the Facebook ads library and we type in Penzies, we can see they don't have any active ads running as of today, but this brand in the past has run over 5,000 ads, and even this past month in July they were running ads. So we can see a lot of these are going to be pretty dog shit. This one, it looks all right, I guess, but compared to all the other ones that they are running, these don't look very good at all, right? If we go down to their past ads, keep scrolling, like these just don't look that good. So the images, the creatives don't look that good. The copy doesn't look that good. So not sure what they're trying to do here, but they run mainly image ads. So these, yeah, these creatives are just honestly dog shit. Like, what is this? Now, another point where we can add the freelance brand scaling SMMA value is we know that we can leverage ourselves on Amazon. We can sell some of these products on Amazon. We know that if we come in and make some of these listings better, they're just gonna get more traction and more sales. We know that we can make the website better. We know that these ads, some brands are not gonna be running ads at all. This brand has run plenty of ads before, so we know that, okay, if we can come in and be like, hey, your ads are pretty dog shit. Here's an example of what I can make for you. And we do this completely using AI. Here's an example of an ad. Now, I maybe switch up the copy or just do a little bit more research or whatnot, but I just tossed in one prompt and easily made me something 10,000 times better than whatever it is that they had running already, right? So now you can send these over to the brand. It took me 5 minutes to make these. This looks like, ZA, but anyways, it took me 5 minutes to make these with AI, just tossing a couple prompts here and there, and boom, makes you way 10 times, 100 times better image ads for these brands, and most brands aren't even running ads. So you come in here, and now you can set up the Facebook ads on the back end. You can charge high ticket for an entire ecosystem running their email, their SMS marketing, their advertisements, their website, their basically just their entire funnel. And you can get them better onto Google, get them better Google reviews, just get them overall better Google ranking. Google ads, just another way of adding leverage. Now, I'm not really too much of a TikTok shop guy, but if some of these brands are already on TikTok shop, then seeing how you could possibly do that, it looks like maybe they are. So I'm not too much of a TikTok shop guy, but just another sales channel. I know TikTok ads you can most definitely run. So figuring out something with that, but mainly Amazon, Facebook ads, and you can get paid for monthly retainer. And I most likely do, I always do rev share when it comes to e-com brands like this. But now that you have the skills of Facebook ads and going to these brands and seeing, hey, here's what you could fix in your social media. Here's what you could fix in your website. Now you have the easy leverage of going and being able to sell them on Amazon. And now once you make these listings better, you're pretty much an exclusive seller. Not only are you adding more traffic, but you're able to sell these on Amazon if you want. You can take a rev share from the revenue that you bring in, and you can take a rev share from the revenue that you bring in here. So you're basically like a growth partner. It's growth arbitrage, right? That's the entire essence of the business model. And you're able to get ungated way easier, and you're able to work with brands who are doing multi-six figures. So here we use a tool called Smart Scout. If we type in the brand right here, we can see that this brand isn't even doing any crazy numbers. It's doing 50K a month on Amazon. I have half of my mentorship students doing well over that. So we can easily add a bunch of points of traffic. They're already getting okay traffic right now. Average FBA sellers, not too many. I don't have the Smart Scout full extension, but if you were, you would be able to do a lot more here. I don't really need a lot of these. I just use it to just quickly validate brands. But you can also do this exact method for service-based businesses, because now that you have the skill of running ads, running lead gen ads is about 10 times easier in my opinion. So say you have this pressure washing company in Ohio, for example. We can see that they have not been running any ads at all. So running lead gen ads, all we have to do is set up ads in a specific location for these businesses, and then set up a simple form to ask, what do you need? What do you want? What's your budget for this service? Any questions typically that the business would ask, and then name, phone number, email, easy. Boom. If I go in here, for example, we can see for this client, we generated over 1,000 leads just through a couple different ads running. This one collected 600, about $1.19 per lead, and their average job is over $2,000. So just imagine the ROI on this when you actually know how to run ads for business owners. And the beautiful part about the growth arbitrage model is if you do good business for one brand, you're gonna get about 4 or 5 more that are knocking at your door. So now you really don't have to go out scouring for products over products. You can really just grow with a couple brands and really just build those relationships, and you don't have to sell 40, 50 different ones. You can if you want to, and now you're really gonna build out a full agency. But With the growth partnership model and the growth arbitrage selling on Amazon, you don't have to worry about getting ungated from Walmart and Kohl's and Target because you have legitimate invoices. You don't have to worry about sketchy suppliers in the middle of nowhere and Telegram scams, right? So now you're working with real brands directly. All you have to do is contact them. We have a phone outreach script. You can kind of get creative with this and you can sell them on Amazon with much less friction. You can close wholesale deals just by offering strategic solutions, and you have a back-end moat, multiple different ways of generating revenue for these brands. All you got to do is audit their listings, and from here you can even reverse source their competitors, and they'll give you referrals just by doing work. And all of this is led with data, right? All you have to do is be able to read data and see, hey, this website looks pretty dog shit. Here's what I can do. Here's what you're running already, and here's what I can do for you. All this will let you get approved a lot easier when you're selling on Amazon as well, and you don't have to worry about any of these headaches. So there's so many different things you can do with the growth arbitrage model, which is why it's called growth arbitrage, right? You'll get direct authorization from brands to sell, direct support, and overall you can scale to 6-figure months when you're selling on Amazon extremely easily. If you guys like this video and want my help one-on-one to start and scale your Amazon business in the growth arbitrage model, click the link down below for my one-on-one coaching program where I will help you directly. Without further ado, I will see you boys in the next one.